Hi all, in this video I am going to explain organizing principles of paragraph in documents. So we are using paragraphs in while writing an essay, writing any theoretical documents like thesis, synopsis and proposals, etc. So while presenting our ideas, we are presenting through this paragraphs, right? So now we are going to see how we have to organize those paragraphs. There are certain techniques, certain principles, certain rules and regulations are there to write a paragraph. So we will see first. So a paragraph is defined as a group of sentences or a single sentence that forms a unit. Right? Paragraph need not to be a long statement, need not to be a 4 or 5 statement together. A paragraph can be a line, a paragraph can be 2 words, 2 or 3 words, it can be, right? So paragraph is nothing but a group of sentences or a single sentence that forms a unit, right? Okay. Length and appearance do not determine whether a section in a paper is a paragraph. We cannot claim that, okay, this is a bigger one, this is not a paragraph, this may be an essay. Not like that. A size will not determine about a paragraph. For instance, in some style of writing, particularly journalistic style, a paragraph can be just one sentence long. It can be a one sentence long paragraph in journalistic style. But we cannot claim that a sentence can be a paragraph, cannot be a paragraph like. Ultimately, a paragraph is a sentence or group of sentences that supports one main idea. The main important thing is a paragraph can be more than one sentence. It can be one sentence. It can be 2 or 3 words also. But the thing is that entire paragraph should contain only one main idea. Right. So what is the most important idea that you are trying to convey to your reader should be there in the paragraph. The information in each paragraph must be related to that idea. I already told you, while writing an essay or a thesis or a dissertation or a proposal or a synopsis, any theoretical parts, any observations or anything, you are forming more than one paragraph, right? So each paragraph should contain only one main idea, and that only one main idea should relate coherence with the topic idea, right? The topic idea of the entire essay. If you are going to write an essay on some topic like deforestation or some sort of demonetization, anything, but you can write 4 or 5 paragraphs on that topic, but each paragraph should contain one main idea, that main idea related to the main topic idea, right? Okay, in other words, your paragraphs should remind your reader that there is a recurrent relationship between your thesis and the information in each paragraph. I already told you. So each paragraph, the main idea should should be related to the one topic main idea. Let's see. Every paragraph in a paper should be what and all should be there in a paragraph. See. Unified. All the sentences in a single paragraph should be related to a single controlling idea, often expressed in the topic sentence of the paragraph, right? While writing a paragraph, the first sentence should be a topic sentence. That topic sentence should convey the main idea itself, and the rest of the sentences in the same paragraph should express the main idea only. Clearly related to the thesis. So you should keep in mind what is the thesis statement of that. The thesis statement is nothing but a one single statement that produces the entire main idea of the entire essay itself, right? Not only the paragraph, entire essay itself, entire theoretical part itself, right? So that thesis statement should related to each and every sentence of the paragraph. Okay. The sentence should all refer to the central idea or thesis of the paper. Thesis is nothing but, thesis statement is nothing but the central idea of the entire paper, not only the paragraph, the entire theoretical document. Coherent. The sentence should be arranged in a logical manner and should follow a definite plan for development. Yeah, what should come first, what should present next, when the example should be there, when the example's explanation should be there. That coherence and organization should be most important. Well developed. Every idea discussed in the paragraph should be adequately explained and supported through evidence and details that worked together to explain the paragraph's controlling idea. It's nothing but whatever idea you are presenting, whatever statistics data you are presenting, there should be a proof in it that should be explained and supported with proper evidences, right? Because the readers should agree with your points, right? So that is very much important. So your explanation, citations, quotes, everything are well developed. That should be evidently well developed. That is very important. Alright, so how we have to organize a paragraph? First, topic sentence. It is always better to start a paragraph with a topic sentence, as it conveys what the writer is going to reflect in the particular paragraph, not the entire essay, in the particular paragraph. So decide on a controlling idea and create a topic sentence. Next, supporting sentence. So next to the topic sentence, the supporting sentences should be there. Paragraph development continues with an expression of the rationale or the explanation that the writer gives for how the reader should interpret the information presented in the idea statement or the topic sentence of the paragraph. Nothing but the supportive sentences, or if suppose I am going to write an essay on any of the particular topic, that particular topic can be interpreted, can be criticized in various ways, right? In positive also, in negative also. So in the supporting statements, you have to narrow down the topic statement, in what way you are going to interpret, in what way the readers are going to see the topic idea. That should be present in the supporting sentences. So how the reader should interpret the information presented in the topic sentence, that should be presented in the supporting statements. Okay, the writer explains his or her thinking about the main topic, idea, or the focus of the paragraph. These are called the supporting sentences. Supporting sentences can be more than one in a paragraph. That should narrow down the topic sentence and tell how to interpret the particular topic of the paragraph. Next, giving examples. That is very much important to give some examples, data, collections regarding the topic sentence, right? Paragraph development progresses with the expression of some type of support or evidence for the idea and the explanation that came before it. The example serves as a sign or representation of the relationship established in the idea and the explanation portion of the paragraph. So you have presented a topic and you are going to convey something related to the topic, and the next thing you have to give some examples to strengthen your idea and to show that the idea is discussing worldwide, right? So that is very much important to give an examples, that to proven examples. Explaining the examples. Immediate next to giving the examples need to be explained, need to be proven, need to be evident. Right? The next moment in paragraph development is an explanation of each example and its relevance to the topic sentence. Yes, that is very important. The examples you are given and the explanation of the examples should be relevant to the topic sentences that were stated at the beginning of the paragraph. Right? Next thing, the last thing is the concluding statements. Concluding sentence is very much important. Already I have given a statement, I have given a lecture video how to write an introduction and the conclusion. These two are the very much important to an essay, right? That like for an essay, while you are writing, for suppose 4 or 5 paragraphs can be in an essay. That 4 or 5 paragraphs must include introduction and conclusion. Likewise, a paragraph must contain introduction and conclusion. Introduction is nothing but the topic sentence and the supportive sentences, and conclusions are nothing but the final sentence of the paragraph. The final movement in paragraph development involves typing up the loose end of the paragraph and reminding the reader of the relevance of the information in this paragraph to the main or controlling idea of the paper. You have to remind, yes, that last concluding statement should relate with the topic sentence. That is also giving a final end up of the paragraph, and it also gives the scope of further development of the paragraph. This will your compact paragraph. The last statement you are giving is the compact, the summary of the entire paragraph itself. That is very much important in concluding the sentence. So nothing but a paragraph should contain first in the topic sentence and supportive sentences that should narrow down the topic and that should tell us how to interpret the topic, and the next thing is giving examples, and then later you have to explain the examples, how it related to the topic sentence, and last concluding sentences. All these should be there in a paragraph, and that particular paragraph only reveal only one main idea, that main idea related to the topic idea, the main idea, the controlling idea of the entire paper. Okay. So paragraph may be of the following types. How many types of paragraphs? Descriptive paragraphs can be descriptive essays, descriptive paragraphs. The paragraphs can be in a narrative way, it can be in the expository way, and persuasive, convincing way. So all these types, in these types you can write a paragraph. The word limit in a paragraph should be 150 words with 3 to 8 sentences is enough. More than 8 sentences if it is going, break that into 2 main paragraphs, right? Sometimes we go up to 100 to 200 words with 5 to 6 sentences, that is enough. If your paragraph is excluding to 10 to 12 sentences in this, break the paragraph into 2 and break the main idea into 2 ideas and create 2 paragraphs. That is better, right? So I already told you thesis statement. Thesis statement is giving the controlling idea. So what is the difference between the topic statement and the thesis statement? See, the thesis statement tells us what the writing is about, the entire writing is about. If a statement is telling about the entire controlling idea of the paper, that comes under this thesis statement. Thesis statement can be only one for the entire paper, for the entire document, for the entire report, for the entire proposal, for the entire synopsis, right? That is only one statement which tells about what the writing is about. That is only one thesis statement. On the other hand, the topic sentences is nothing but in each paragraph. I already told you, an essay, a writing, a document can be more than 3 or 4 paragraphs, right? So each and every paragraph should contain each topic sentences, right, which tells only about the particular idea of the particular paragraph. That is called the topic sentences. So thesis statement is nothing but telling a line. It can be a line for the entire document, only one line for the entire document which reveals the controlling, the main idea of the entire document. Topic sentences comes in the beginning of each and every paragraph, that related to the one controlling idea that reflects in the thesis statement. So this is how we have to write a paragraph. So these are the organizing principles of paragraph. You have to keep in mind how to write a paragraph, how to frame a thesis statement, what are the ways are there to convey a paragraph. You cannot convey, you need not to convey a paragraph only in a normal narrative style or only in a descriptive way or an argumentative way. A paragraph can be in descriptive, narrative, expository and persuasive. But while you are starting a paragraph in descriptive way, end the same paragraph in the descriptive way only. Don't convince at the last, right? And if you are starting it in a narrative way, go by the narrative way only. Don't shift to an giving information like that. If it is an expository, go in the same way. So don't shift within the paragraph itself. Don't shift the style or the ways within the paragraph itself. That is very much important in framing the paragraphs. So these are the organizing principles of paragraphs. So try to find the main idea, which is the topic, and then supporting sentences, and then giving examples, explain the examples that should be evidently proven, and then concluding statement is very much important. So these are the things you have to keep in mind. While writing in an examination also, you are going to write a theory. Writing in an examination also, don't get so many points in only one paragraph. So first jot down each and every main idea that comes under the particular topic, and then create one paragraph, each paragraph for the each main idea. That will help us to present the idea properly. That will help the reader to get your idea in a right way, right? So thank you for watching this. If you have any idea, kindly let me know. I'll clarify. Thank you.